The Snowman's Revenge, a terrifying winter tale. Have you ever built something so innocent, only to have it haunt you? What if the cheerful snowman in your yard wasn't just a decoration, but something far more sinister? This story will chill you to the bone. It all started with the season's first snowfall, a magical time for the Johnson family. Laughter filled the air as they built a snowman in their front yard, a perfect winter tradition. But little did they know, their playful creation was about to become their worst nightmare. What started as innocent fun turned into a horror they could never have imagined. That night, the snowman stood proudly in the yard, its coal eyes and carrot nose pointed toward the street. But by morning, something was different. The snowman was facing the house. The kids swore they hadn't moved it, and the parents laughed it off as a harmless prank. But when it happened again the next night, unease began to creep in. By the third night, the snowman wasn't just closer, it was taller. Its once friendly smile now seemed more like a menacing grin. The family tried to rationalize it. Could the wind or melting snow be causing the changes? But deep down, they knew something wasn't right. The family decided to take action. Mr. Johnson, armed with a flashlight, ventured into the yard to inspect the snowman. Up close, it seemed wrong. The texture of the snow felt unnatural, almost icy to the touch. And the coal eyes, once smooth and round, now had jagged edges that seemed to stare back at him. As the nights went on, the snowman began to move faster, appearing closer to the house every morning. Its size became grotesque, towering over the yard. The family stopped going outside altogether, but the snowman's presence was inescapable. It seemed to be watching them from every window. One fateful night, a loud crash shattered the silence. The family rushed downstairs to find the front door wide open, snow tracked across the living room floor. And there it stood, the snowman, inside the house. Its once harmless features had transformed into something monstrous, jagged icicles for teeth, hollow eyes that seemed to pierce their souls, and hands made of twisted frozen branches. Panic set in as the family tried to escape, but the snowman blocked their path. It moved with an unnatural grace, its icy form unyielding to their attempts to fight back. The once joyful creation had become a relentless nightmare, and it wasn't going to let them go. The next morning, the neighbors found the Johnson house eerily silent. The snowman stood in the yard, bigger than ever, its icy grin wider than before. The family was never seen again. Some say the snowman is still there, waiting for its next victims. If you enjoyed this chilling tale, don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying stories.